are starting with the first topic of marketing mix product. So if we talk about product, earlier topics we did the role of the marketing competition, where we understood the role of marketing, the market research department, distribution department. Everything was given in a short glimpse, where an idea was being portrayed in our minds that what is expected from this topic. Okay. So after that topic, the first topic gave us an idea that what we can expect from marketing. The second topic was market research, that is about the marketing itself. The market research, we did a lot of things. We said that without market research, we cannot launch a product, we cannot improve our product, we cannot add flavors to our product. Like if Lays is about to introduce a new product, so what Lays will be doing? Lays will be conducting a questionnaire, a feedback interview, where the Lays department or the company of Pepsi would be observing this trend, that whether the people like it or not, or which feature can be changed. So I hope you all know that Lays is being manufactured or being made by Pepsi. So that's why I've quoted Pepsi company. So there are a lot of product ranges after launching for Lays and other what we can say eatable items. Uh, Pepsi company also went on to develop a product called Sting. Sting is being also made by Pepsi. So these are some of the products which are made by several market research, several questionnaires, several feedbacks from the customers, and then they got to know that what is needed by the customer. So once they got to know that what is needed by the customer, they start making the changes. In short, marketing department tries its level best to make a good relation with the customer. Always you would have observed that there is a customer relationship managers. At least in bank you would have observed that there is a room allocated to that manager, and there is a place where that person is there to handle customers which are very much important for the bank, which are customers of utmost value. Let's suppose a customer is making a transaction of 1 lakh rupees, 1 crore per month. So that customer is important for me. So because of being important for me, what happens? What I do, I will try my level best that that customer remains satisfied with me and does not change its bank. Maybe that customer might be dissatisfied, or maybe that customer might want to make some changes in its plan with the bank. So that is the main reason customer relationship managers are there. And with the loyalty, with the relationship, with the good relationship with that customer, what happens? The bank, any other company can maintain a good set of products or good set of improvement of the products, so that the company can better cope up with the changes in the market. And you all know that markets are always dynamic, as you can see, because not because of COVID-19, because of other scenarios too. Sometimes there is some needs of some products. Let's suppose we can give an example of dates in Ramadan, where Muslims buy a lot of dates, and everyone knows that every Ramadan dates are being sold a lot, and they are sold at higher prices. So what we are getting this is, we are getting the information that dates will be sold more. Another scenario, another perspective of this is that in Ramadan there are less and less food items being sold by restaurants, because they are closed in their daytime hours, because people do not come for dining, they come for takeaways. So the sales decreases because of the restaurants being closed in Ramzan. So they have to analyze this trend, and maybe there are many businesses which are closed down in Ramzan. So they have to analyze this trend, and that is the main reason we say that markets are dynamic. Markets are always changing every time. So we need to cope up with that situation. So starting with the topic of marketing mix product. So the first slide will give you the idea of marketing mix. Marketing mix means something which is necessary for conducting these activities. Let's suppose I want to make a pizza at my home. So what ingredients do I need? I need a dough. I need maize. Maybe I'm not sure about these ingredients. Maybe I need yeast. I need a lot of products. I need some of the cheese. I need some spices which are special and needed for the pizza item. So these are some of the things which are essential for making that pizza. So for making that marketing successful, it is the marketing mix that should be good. If any of the ingredients is not good, so what will happen? The taste of the final product will not be good too. So we need to see that. Okay, yes, Abdullah Adnan is very much right. Pizza sauce, yes, you're right. So what I was explaining is that these ingredients are needed very much. If anything increases, if anything increases, let's suppose I was making the pizza and I used more spices than were required in that pizza, so what will happen? The final product will not be of that much quality, of that much expectation. The final product would not be according to the expectations of the customer. So what will happen? That product will not be, what we can say, will not be good for the customer, will not be purchased by the customer, and ultimately we will lose everything. So that is the main reason we have marketing mix, that is the mix of all activities which are all together done in marketing. When we learn these topics in business studies, we always assume that these topics are on standalone basis, but that is not the scenario. The scenario is that these all topics are interconnected in the practical world. If you are doing product, you would have understood, you will understood with the passage of time, and we'll be dealing with this topic, that product is also applicable to the practical world scenario. But with the product, we are also of the point, also of the view that the price should be good, that the place should be good, and the promotion should be good. These all four things go together. So the next slide is saying that the four P's of marketing are product, price, place, and promotion. But if you see it practically, maybe in your master's level, maybe if you go forward after A levels, you would see that these are not four P's. These are sometimes 7 P's, 8 P's, or maybe more than that. So we will only learn 4 P's in our O levels marketing, because that is the part of our syllabus. First part is product, that is we are going to learn in this chapter. Product, how product changes is needed, what are the changes, what improvements are needed in the product, how product can be changed, what specific feature the customers do not value, and we are including that feature and we are wasting a lot of money on that, so we need to remove that feature. The price of the product, there are several businesses. Maybe I was thinking to buy a cell phone a few days back. So what happened, when I told my friend that I will be purchasing the Samsung cell phone, what happens, my friend said that these Samsung cell phones are too much costly. They are charging more than they are valued. They are charging more for their brand value. And that was the main reason what happened. My friend was saying that with the same value, if you go with other brands, if you go for other brands, so what will happen? You will get a lot of features. But if we talk about Samsung, you will get less features and you will have to pay more because of the brand image, because of the brand value in the market. So the price was not according to the customer's perspective. For some of, maybe some, it can be my friend, it can be any other person who might say that Samsung cell phones are more costly than they are giving us, than the value they are providing us. And the third is place. So place means that where your product will be available, whether your product will be delivered at your doorstep, whether your product will be available in the hometown, whether your product will be available on the retailers, whether your product will be available at the supermarkets, where the product will be available, that is a question mark. And the last is promotion, how you will get to know that your product is available in the market. Abdullah Adnan always manufactures cell phones. Now Abdullah is thinking that how I can tell people that this product is available in the market. So what will happen? Abdullah will go for a lot of marketing, a lot of promotion in the what we can say in terms of marketing. What Abdullah would be doing, he would be displaying a lot of panaflexes, posters. He would be using more and more what we can say. He would be using more and more advertisements. Okay, Abdullah Singh, could you please explain product again? Abdullah, product is that what changes are required in the product. What changes are required in the product, how product can be improved, what features of the product are not valued by the customer. Maybe if I can say that the face cam or face lock feature of the cell phones are not valued by the customer, so I need to exclude that because I'm wasting a lot of time or money on on that feature, and customers are not valuing that at all. So that is product. Last is promotion. I hope you all understood that advertisement, where the product is needed and how it will be communicated to the customer that this product is available. In chapter 8 we did communication. So promotion is one way communication. Promotion is one way communication, giving awareness to your customers that this product is available in the market and you can purchase it from there. So this is promotion. And at the end, a good promotion always gives you an idea where you can purchase the product. You would have observed that in many promotions, maybe in many cell phones, they are saying that you can go to your nearest retailer, go to your nearest sim providers, network providers, whenever there is an ad of Jazz, Telenor, or Ufone, or of any other network. So we observe that a good promotion will always guide the customer where they have to go after watching this promotion or watching this advertisement if they are interested. So coming to the next slide, the role of product decisions in the marketing mix. There are four type of products according to your book. Your book is saying that there are four type of products. One is consumer goods. Okay, first of all, before going for the type of products, I would like to ask you people, what is the difference between consumer and customer? I gave you the difference in the last class. Last class, maybe. Yes, Abdullah Adnan, very much right. Good, good. Billboards advertisement is also one way. Yes, what is the difference between customer and consumer? Any student, quick answer is needed over here. The difference between consumer and customer. There's a slight difference, but many of us don't understand that. Okay, so let me tell you that the difference between customer and consumer is that consumer is the person who is the final consumer of the product, who will be consuming that product, and customer is the person who is buying that product. Many a times we use these terms interchangeably, but we don't know the meanings. The reason is that many a times the consumers and the customers both are same. Maybe if I'm going to a supermarket and I'm purchasing some vegetables for me, so I would be eating those vegetables. So I'm the customer, I'm the consumer at the same time. So what happens, these both are sometimes same, but they can be different. If you are buying something for your home and you will not be consuming that, so you are the customer over there. I hope you understand the definition. So the first product is consumer goods, goods which are directly consumed. In short, if I gave you the definition, goods which are directly consumed, goods which are not, which are the final product for you. You will not process the good, you will consume it directly. The examples would be chocolates, the examples would be uh, any chips, the example would be anything which is consumed then and there directly, that is not processed further. Second is consumer service. Any service which you are requiring for yourself and you are the end user of the service. Maybe you called someone to see your AC, air conditioner, for a repair. So that was a consumer service. You consume that service, you receive that service directly. You are not providing it to anyone else. Third is producer goods. Producer goods means those goods which will be further processed, those goods which will be further processed, which will be processed for future. That will, what we can say, that those goods, maybe I bought some machineries, so for those machineries I will be doing some of the processing, and those machineries will help me to produce more. In short, if I give you an idea, that then producer goods will be purchased by businesses, and producer services are also many a times purchased by businesses. Producer services means services received by businesses, services received by someone who is not the final user. Maybe I am receiving services from company A, and some services are being provided by company B, and they both are working together. So company B is providing services to company A, and company A is providing services to us. So that is producer services that are not directly used. So I hope you are clear on the type of products in this scenario. Okay, so next slide is that what makes a product successful. There are a lot of instances, there are a lot of things later in your book, but I am going for small and concise and something which is, what we can say, easily understood, so that you people can understand what makes a product successful. The first thing which comes to my mind is satisfies customer need. If my need is off, let's suppose when I'm buying a cell phone, so my need is to text someone, my need is to use WhatsApp, my need is to fulfill my social media need, and my need is to fulfill my messages purpose, my cell phone, my telephone purpose. I can contact anyone. These are the main purposes of a cell phone. If a cell phone which has a short battery time, and that cell phone does not last for maybe what we can say, Abdullah, you want me to repeat which point? Be specific in the chat so I can repeat it down for you until unless I'm continuing with the example. Okay. So if that cell phone battery has a short time period that expires for maybe what we can say for 2 hours, within 2 hours or within 4 hours, so what happens? That will not fulfill my need. So that is the main reason it should satisfy the customer need. Okay, Abdullah, I would be explaining that again after this slide. I will be going back. Okay. Second is cheap in price. That can be cheap in price. Cheap in price doesn't mean that I'm saying that it should be free or it should be of least cost in comparison to its competitors. Maybe the competitors are selling it for 1500 and that should be for 1400, 1450, 1480. So in short, I'm saying it should be attractive if compared to its competitors in the market. So cheap in price means that product should look cheap. It should not be cheap in terms of quality, but it should be cheap when I'm using that product, so that I should be saying that I should be assuming that the product is of higher value than the amount received in return of that product. Third is high quality. Obviously, with cheap price, I have to write down high quality, because if I write down cheap price, so what happens? The students assume that because of cheap price, the quality will also be cheap. But customers always require high quality, but price should be cheaper. Fourth point is design. If I talk about Realme cell phones are very much good in terms of its design. I have seen iPhone. iPhone is also a good option in terms of its design. But what I can say is Realme is something which is working hard on its design. If you see the design, that is, I think I'm in love with that design. Very, very much good, very attractive, and what we can say, it feels like you have purchased the product of more than its value. And that is something which the company is creating a value addition on the customer, a perception in the eyes of the customer that this product is something which is luxurious product, because the design suggests us the design is a shiny design, and what I can say, that is perfect with the design. But that companies knew maybe after some time, because of marketing, because of brand image, if the brand image is established good in the country, so maybe Realme would also earn, or would also get or gain some of the good respect from the what we can say customers. And the last is after sales service. After sales service requires warranty periods. Warranty periods are there. If the company is giving you warranty periods, so it is said that it is after sales service. And because of after sales service, the customer is always satisfied. Not satisfied much, but maybe for 2 years, maybe for 1 year, maybe for 3 years, that customer is relaxed that this for this time period, if my product is not good, then the company will not charge me anything for the service, and the company is responsible for uh, maintaining this product. Okay. Any questions from this slide? So I will move back again and explain the earlier slide. Okay, no questions. Let's come back explaining this slide for Abdullah, because Abdullah has raised the question, or maybe for others too, those who have not told me. One, there are four type of products. Consumer goods for goods that are consumed directly, but consumer services are those services which are used by the customer then and there. Maybe I have called someone to repair my AC, to repair my generator, to repair my laptop. So that is the final service. That is the service I have received then and there, and I have used that service. Producer goods means those goods which are used for processing further, which are not consumed directly. Maybe machineries are not consumed directly, they are used further for production, and then at the end the product is used directly by the consumers. So producer goods would be the machineries purchased by the business, or maybe the raw material for something. Maybe woods are being used. Woods are being purchased by the pencil manufacturer. So those goods would be producer goods. They are not used directly. They are processed and then they are sold into the market and then they are used by the consumers. Last is producer services. Producer services means services given to businesses. So businesses will receive certain services and they will pass on those services to the person. They will not use it directly. Maybe they have received some maintenance services from for their machineries. So they will not use that machineries directly. They will use that machinery and produce from that, what we can say, from that machine, and at the end they will sell there. Okay, I think Abdullah has got an idea what I was talking about earlier. The last slide of today's class, maybe this is theoretical subject, I'm giving examples, so that is the main reason. Maybe you people are somehow interested in that. So we need to observe that new product developments. New product development, how a new product is developed. The first point is generate idea. Let me generate an idea for you people. Today I need a cell phone which is a cordless cell phone, which does not require a cord. Maybe if I talk about cords, one thing is the hand free. The headset is not required. The hands free is not required. That is, I require some wireless headset which are there, which are connected by Bluetooth. One thing. Second idea which I'm giving to you is wireless chargers, which are there already there in the market. Wireless chargers are needed, and wireless, obviously wireless earphones are also in the market. So I've given an idea. Second thing is wireless chargers. Third thing, which I am thinking on that, maybe it is possible, maybe it might become possible after some time. I need a device which is wireless device, but that device should not be based on charging, should not be based on cells. Those battery cells are required in some of the devices. Maybe I use a wireless mouse, so I have to change the cell batteries which are used in that. So that is a lot of hectic task, and time and again I have to purchase the batteries and it costs a lot. So I need to save myself from these. I need a product which is not required for charging. Some of the wireless devices that need to be charged, I need to get rid of the charging. One idea. Second idea, that I need to get rid of the cell batteries which are required to replace in wireless products. Third idea, maybe a foldable laptop can be introduced in the market. Foldable in a sense that today we can see that we have detachable laptops that is foldable, but that are detachable laptops, that is tablet plus laptop. But laptops, those laptops who are easy to fold and they can be put into the pocket. What do you say? What do you say? I need your answers in the chat box. What do you say? Will it be effective? What is your opinion? In the chat box, what's your opinion? I think I need a laptop which is foldable and which is easy to carry, rather than these type of laptops which can be folded but which cannot be folded so much so that they become the size of the cell phones. So these are some of the ideas which I'm giving to you, and these are the ideas on which the companies can work in the future. Maybe second is select the best idea for the market research. Obviously, after the research, we got some ideas, and again, further market research. Ideas were given by the market research that what customers need in the future. Then again, there were 10 to 12 ideas. Then we analyzed the ideas, and again, we went on for the market research. The third point was see company's capabilities, see company's strengths. Maybe it requires a lot of machinery, and the company does not, and the company cannot afford machineries. So what will happen? The company cannot go for that particular idea. Fourth is develop a sample or prototype. You would have observed that whenever there is a construction part, so there is a prototype or there is a sample being built for that building, so that the customers can be made sure that this will be the final product which would seem like, and the marketing department would also need to see that. So that is why a sample or prototype is made. Launch the product in one part or area the product is being launched and the response is recorded. If the response is good, if it is successful in one area, so then the product is launched into the other parts of the city or other parts of the country. Any questions so far? At this stage, I am stopping to take questions if there are questions. You can write Y or N. If there are questions, Y, then no questions, then end so that I can conclude. Okay, so I think there are no questions, and so we will conclude our class with the uh, what we can say with the note that we will be writing down our notes on our own. And those of you who are observing these slides are not self-explanatory. You need to write it down according to your own convenience. Maybe you would need to write it down in the consumer goods, you will need to write it down in the consumer services. You need to write it down from the explanation given in the class. Do not write it down from the book. So that book will always, then you will become a book reader a lot. So I want you to be a book reader, but I want you not to be dependent on the book itself. Rather, understand the concept and write in your own words so that it would help you in the examination. So I'm concluding the class, and you people need to write it down, the definitions, anything you want to add in these slides in your journals. And maybe I would be asking you people to, in the future, I would be asking you people to submit your journals, maybe in this week. So be prepared for that. ठीक है अल्लाह हाफिज एवरीवन मार्क योर अटेंडेंस ऑन जीसीआर गूगल क्लासरूम अटेंडेंस फॉर्म हैज बीन क्रिएटेड ओवर देयर